Noon po nakaraang video na aking ginawan po ng reaction video at sama-sama po nating napanood. Nakabilang nga po, no? Kabilang po ang Pilipinas, ang ating Scout Ranger sa world's deadliest elite fighting force sa buong mundo. Ngayon po, matutunghayan po natin kung paano po ang kanilang training, ang kanilang drill bago ka makapasok bilang Scout Ranger. Ngayon, tatanungin kita, ikaw ba gusto mo bang maging Scout Ranger? Panoorin po muna natin to para po mapag-isip-isip mo kung magiging desidido ka pa talaga na pumasok bilang Scout Ranger. Inihandog po sa atin to ng YouTube channel na Wonder. Ang title po nito, Commandos Go Through Military Training to Join Elite Ranger Crew Special Forces by Wonder. Huwag niyo po sana kalilimutan na mag-subscribe sa akin channel para po ma-update po kayo kapag naglalabas po tayong ganitong reaction video at kung ano-ano pa pong video ang ilalabas ko in the future. Simulan na po natin to, sama-sama po natin panoorin. Let's do this.
The Philippine Scout Rangers are fearsome anti-guerrilla fighters.
We evaluate our targets. We analyze, we discuss who among them needs elimination.
They are trained to operate in dense jungle terrain found across the Philippines archipelago.
The Scout Rangers go behind deep enemy lines with just small teams, little as 7 men.
Grabe, no? 7 men lang talaga pala, no? Kasi yung nakaraang video na pinanood natin, no? 7 lang po talaga ang sumusugod, no? Nag-i-infiltrate doon po sa kampo ng kalaban. Kumbaga, hahanapin ka talaga nila. 7 katao lang pala talaga. Napakalupit ng Scout Ranger talaga, no? Diretso natin.
Traveling light and hitting hard. And to be able to strike fast, they use helicopters to hit the battle zone, specializing in raids, ambushes, and sabotage.
Grabe.
The Philippines has long been plagued by domestic conflicts, one of which gave birth to this elite unit.
The 1st Scout Ranger Regiment was formed 1950 because the government is looking for a solution to counter the guerrilla tactics of our then communist armed groups. They're called the Hooks.
Skilled in unconventional jungle warfare, the unit was modeled after 2 legendary fighting groups, the intelligence-gathering American Alamo Scouts and the combat-ready U.S. Army Rangers. 112 students joined the 1st Scout Ranger class. Only 72 graduated.
Grabe, no? 72 lang ang nakagraduate. Sa hirap lang training nila, no? 100 plus yung nagano. 75 lang yung pumasa.
To become a member of this elite group, soldiers must first pass 6 months of advanced training. And it all starts here, at Camp Texas, San Miguel, Bulacan, in the north.
6 months training. Dire-diretsong training, no? Diyan sa Bulacan ang training pala ng ano, Scout Ranger.
Northern Philippines.
Uy, musang, no?
These 206 volunteers are already trained soldiers from other Army regiments.
Rangers, good morning.
5, 6, 5 to become part of the more elite military club. First, they will be stripped of all their ranks. Here, every man is equal. All aiming for one thing. The coveted tobacco of the Scout Ranger Training School.
The red border signifies the blood, sweat, and tears shed by every ranger during his course. The sword symbolizes our special unit capability, and the words we strike symbolizes our capability to go anywhere, any place, and anytime.
Meaning lahat, no?
Today is Reception Day, and recruits are in for a grueling welcome. For the next 5 hours, these instructors will try and break as many as possible through continuous physical exercises.
Kailangan talaga dyan physically fit ka, no? At mentally fit. Kasi pag hindi ka mentally and physically fit, tagususuko ka talaga dyan. Nako.
It's not just the instructors who will be grueling.
Tirik-tirik ang
Today
araw.
is searing 32 degrees Celsius.
Kaya mo pa hindi na. Kaya mo pa hindi na.
Just 10 minutes in, the horses already take its first victim to the heat.
Simula pa lang yan, no? Simula pa lang ng drill nila yan, ng training nila yan, no? Meron na talagang nahihirapan. Dahil sa bit-bit din nila, di ba? Saka sa sikat ng araw, sa tindi ng sikat ng araw, no? Talagang hindi pala biro maging Scout Ranger. Ay, nakuha na siya.
But he's not alone. 4 more recruits have reached their limits.
Yan! Para sa ako!
Ang hirap, men. Grabe, nagsimula pa lang yan.
Huwag ka matulog ha!
Recruit 54 has collapsed from heat exhaustion.
Grabe ng mga kababayan ko, no, hindi po pala biro talaga maging Scout Ranger kasi ito pa simula pa lang po ng training to, no. Talaga pong may mga bumibigay na po talaga kasi nga po, 'di ba? Sabi ko nga kanina, kailangan po physically fit at mentally fit ka po talaga diyan. Dahil lahat po ng harsh condition talaga mararanasan mo bilang training po ng Scout Ranger.
To get his body temperature down. For others, hell has just begun. The second run sees more recruits drop.
Pabawas na sila ng pabawas, no?
For even more severe cases of heat exhaustion.
Grabe, heat stroke na.
The exercise has depleted the capacity.
Hirap ng training nila, grabe.
It results in dizziness, vomit, loss of consciousness, and control.
Grabe, ang hirap talaga.
It can develop into heat stroke, a potentially fatal condition.
If the condition is already heat stroke, the regulatory mechanisms of the body has already malfunctioned.
Ibuksan mo ito niya, kasi kinagat niya yung tila niya. Ranger! Buksan ko.
Then the patient started to bleed. That would result to multiple organ failure.
Ayun na nga.
Recruits are only allowed
Grabe, no? Ang dami talagang di nakaka-survive dyan, no? Kumbaga, pag pumasok ka talaga dyan, talagang hindi mo masasabi yung kapalaran mo. Kailangan talaga matibay ka talaga dyan. Tinan ang nangyayari sa kanya, di ba? Nahi-heat stroke na nga. Yun na nga, nag-bleed na, no? Grabe.
to 72 hours of medical grace for the entire course. If they use up all these hours, they will fail. It's only been 1 hour since they signed up, and already some are so ill they won't recover in time. Only the strongest will survive.
Wala namang pwedeng sisihin dyan kung sakali mangyari yan kasi kusang loob silang nag-join eh, 'di ba? Kumbaga saka siguro talagang meron ng ano yan, meron ng silang pinirmahan diyan, kumbaga kung may mangyaring ganyan, 'di ba? Sobrang saludo, no? Saludo sa mga pumapasok po sa pagiging Scout Ranger at sa lahat po ng mga graduate po ng Scout Ranger. Ngayon po kinikilabutan po ako dahil po dito po sa napapanood natin dahil po talaga hindi po biro maging Scout Ranger po talaga, no? Isa po to sa pinakamahirap po talagang training.
Schooling kasi ito, mag-briefing na kasi ako sa mga senior ko na nauna pa sa akin na mag-schooling nito. Kung gusto mo talagang makuha ang isang bagay, pagbutihin mo yung kuhan talaga na yung galing sa puso mo ba na
The next time sees them hitting the ground. The unfit or unwilling have no place in the Scout Rangers.
Grabe na pagugulungin ka talaga ng ganyan pag mabagal ka.
At age 32, Recruit 1 is one of the oldest in the course.
This is my mission. It is very difficult and it's very hard to be trained as a ranger. That's why I don't know what's the training I will going to survive this kind of course.
Grabe. Kumbaga ano, yung training talaga nila para sa survival talaga yan kasi marami kang pwedeng mangyari 'di ba sa labanan, 'di ba? Hindi lang sa ganyan, pwedeng sa ere rin, pwede rin sa dagat, 'di ba? Lahat ng training talaga nila para sa survival talaga pag naging ano ka, scout ranger, ng galing. Grabe ang hirap niya, no? Nakabilib lang talaga yung training talaga nila.
2 hours to go.
2 hours
For
to go.
those still in the game, the pain is nearly over. Reception has nearly ended,
Grabe.
but this last tradition is a hard one to stomach. Chili.
Oh my God, sili. Grabe, tradition. Pakakainin isang bultong siling ganun, no? Siling labuyo. Grabe, Scout Ranger. Grabe talaga. Ang hirap.
Right now, this is the final phase of our reception rites. We're trying to let them eat the chili pepper
Grabe, no?
and the juice of it.
Pati yung katas ng chili pepper, pati yung katas ng sili, paiinom sa'yo. Grabe yung ano, rights nila, no? Man! Ang tindi talaga. Grabe. Woo!
So after this, they're licking the tabak sign or insignia.
Yan.
And then the musang or the Black Panther is our logo for the Scout Rangers.
Ayan yung ano ito yung alam ko yung kumbaga, marami talagang nagnanais na magawa dyan yung musang na yan, no? Yung madilaan yung insignia tapos yung halikan yung musang kasi diyan mo talaga maano na nakapasok ka ng Scout Ranger. Actually hindi pa nakapasok, ibig sabihin nakapasok ka sa first phase, 'di ba, ng training ng ng pagiging musang, no? Yung unang phase. Kasi marami pa silang mararanasan diyan, nahihirap hanggang sa pag nalagpasan mo lahat yan, doon ka lang gagraduate bilang isang musang, bilang isang Scout Ranger.
Finally, reception day is over. But disappointment sets in as these recruits realize their Scout Ranger dream is over.
Ayun lang nga, yung iba lang.
Hindi ko na nalalaman kung saan ako nag-give up yung katawan ko. Basta nagising na lang ako na parang nahihilo na hindi na nakayanan ng katawan ko.
Sa init no? Sobrang
At the end
init.
of day 1, the damage is clear. 35 have quit. 171 remain standing.
31 na ang nag-quit, 'di ba? Tapos 171 yung okay pa, no, yung magdidire-diretso. Pag grabe ang hirap pala talaga, no. Ngayon, no, mag-isip na po kayo kung gusto yung pumasok ng Scout Ranger dahil wala pa po tayo sa kalahati nito, no, kung paano po yung training nila.
And this is just the beginning.
Grabe.
Philippine Scout Ranger recruits are 7 weeks into their brutal training regime. 53 have already dropped out.
Oh my God.
Those who fail to graduate has one thing in common. They easily give up. The battle has been won yet. They already doubt themselves. Once you doubt yourself, definitely you will not finish the course.
Ayun na nga.
Pag-exit sa static line, isigaw ng Opera Pin. Nakuha!
The recruits will test their heads for heights today.
Paunti sila ng paunti, no? Grabe, no?
They're going to learn to rappel on this 45-foot tower.
Ayun na.
Ranger Project, request permission to enter the tower at the back. Sergeant!
Scout Rangers
Tower
find
of Tabak.
themselves in lightning infiltration and extraction, often from helicopters, into dense jungles.
Rangers specialize in jungle warfare. They rappel down mountains, cross rivers, using expedite methods or anything that's available within them.
In the jungle, they need to feel comfortable hanging 100 feet in the air while under fire. In a battle zone, quick execution of these skills can mean the difference between life and death. recruits will have to complete 4 crucial forms of rappelling: the seat hip rappel, the lizard rappel, the rundown rappel, and the heli rappel.
Grabe, ang hirap naman nun. Iba-ibang style lang pag ano, no? Pag rappel nila. Wow, talagang ano na ako talagang nabibilib na talaga ako sa ano, Scout Ranger talaga, grabe. Kaya pala ganun sila katindi. Ganun sila katibay, ganun ka, world's deadliest talaga, no? Elite fighting force sa buong mundo talaga ang ating ano, Scout Ranger, no? Saludo po, saludo.
And then, hawak sa brake. Get apart. Okay. Hold the rope.
Recruits 1 and 155 are up first
Okay.
with the seat hip rappel, used for mountain evacuations. Recruit 155 is one of the youngest in the course.
Naramdaman ko po kinakabahan po ako ngayon dahil first time ko po ito nilulula dahil sa mataas ng katawin nito.
Utik na yan, nakakabahan ka talaga dyan, ganyan.
Gusto po sa buwan.
Okay, go. Ranger, Ramo, ready to perform. Sit here, Propel, go, start. Go.
Ranger Karante, ready for perform!
Nice one. Nice.
The first exercise is cleared. They performed well, even recruit 155.
Ito lang yung nagawa namin na medyo kabado hanggang sa ngayon, kabado pa rin. Pagkatapos ko ng talon, parang nakangkit ko na yung kaba ko sa ilong ko.
Nice one,
For the
buddy.
next few hours, each recruit gets a turn to perform one of the 3 types of rappels.
Ay, mahirap po.
Yung hindi namin nakapansin na kakaragala yung estudyante. Once na hindi nakahook up, malaglag siya or matulak ng kasama.
For recruit 197, the lizard rappel used for clearing rooms with hostages is proving a challenge.
Grabe.
This fully loaded M16A1 rifle weighs over 3 kilograms.
So, hirap ito sa lizard, no? Yung tali, mas masakit siya sa biwang mo. Kasi pababa yung ulo, yung bigat nandun lahat, tapos may baril pa. Masakit talaga siya.
Ang galing talaga. Ako talaga, sobrang bow down po talaga ngayon ako, no? Actually, hindi lang po sa Scout Ranger, no? Sa lahat po ng ating kasundaluhan. Lahat po ng ating mga sundalo, Navy, lahat po. Siyempre po, lahat po yung may mga training po yan. Ngayon po, bow down po talaga ako, no? Kasi dito pa lang po sa training na to, no, ng Scout Ranger po, talaga pong nakikita ko na po kung gaano po nyo lahat pinaghirapan po kung paano po kayo nakagraduate dyan at kung paano po kayo nakapag-join dyan sa mga inyong mga position ngayon na bilang isang sundalo ng ating bansang Pilipinas. Sobrang galing po nung lahat.
Next, they must conquer the slide for life, a 200-meter flying fox.
Ang pagbanto po ng slide for life, kung nag-ooperate tayo, may mga cases na madaanan natin to, lalo na sa mga ilog, malalalim na ilog.
It's a 7-second expressway to safety or injury.
Kung pagdating mo doon sa taas, paghawak mo ng pulley, pag hindi ka nakagrip, may posibilidad na malalaglag ka dito. Tapos makon yung katawan mo, ma-crack.
Tama, bali-bali butong mo dyan pag hindi ka nakaano sa tubig. Kailangan maano yung kapit mo.
Dahil for secure. Kung dito kasi, delikado at medyo mababaw na. Kasi may mga bato-bato na dyan.
But in the jungle, one mistake could mean death.
Isang pagkakamali lang talaga dyan, makabitaw ka agad. Mete ka, men. Grabe.
Next up is amphibious training. Some recruits are weak swimmers. This phase will aim to weed out those that can't make the grade.
Oh my God.
Recruits will be thrown into this 12-foot deep river, blindfolded and in full combat gear, weighing 30 kilograms.
Grabe naman yan. Naka full battle gear ka, bigat yan, tapos ibabato ka sa tubig. Naka blindfold. Grabe, Scout Ranger, no? Saludo talaga. Ang hirap ng training ng Scout Ranger, mga kababayan ko, na mag-isip-isip na kayo, no? Sa mga aspiring Scout Ranger dyan. Ito na, napapanood na natin kung gaano kahirap ang training ng Scout Ranger.
The aim is to first disorient them, then see if they can calmly recover and reach the surface. For recruits terrified of water, this is their worst nightmare. Recruit 181 will confront one of his lifelong fears.
Kailangan talaga dyan marunong kang lumangoy, no? Saka syempre, actually, hindi lang kailangan marunong lumangoy, kailangan talaga madiskarte ka din kasi unang-una naka-blindfold ka, tapos marami kang dala. As iuhulog ka sa dagat kasi pwede mangyari yan pag na-hostage ka ng kalaban, di ba? Ang galing, no? Talagang lahat ng circumstansya, no? Tinitraining talaga nila kasi pwede talaga mangyari yan sa tunay na combat talaga.
So, kinakabahan ako dito kasi dito, mahina talaga ako sa buwan, langoy. Nung nangyari sa akin noon, nalunod kasi ako, matagal akong sayang sa tubig. May phobia na talaga ako dyan, pero sinusubukan ko lang yung parang kina-counter ko lang yung takot ko dyan.
Oh my God, ang hirap. Ala. Hindi na umahon. Yes. Ahon siya.
Recruit 181 survives this first challenge.
Galing.
But up next is an even tougher one. In small groups, recruits must tread water for 30 minutes in this 5x5 meter square. Freshwater has a density lower than saltwater, making floating much more difficult. For those waiting, the cold and cramping is causing problems they don't need.
Pinulikat na si Buddy. Grabe, no? Mag-i-stay lang sila dyan sa sa lugar na yan, no? Nasa tubig lang sila nakababad. Sobrang lamig niyan, syempre, no? Tapos talagang may bantay pa talaga sila na talagang hindi sila pwedeng basta umahon.
1 minute! Ranger, sa kita! Ranger, kita!
Marunong na lumangoy pero hindi ko sigurado kung tatagal ng 30 minutes sa tubig.
Madigi pa dyan!
But recruits have more to worry about than staying afloat.
Prepare!
Sipin mo 30 minutes lang nasa tubig na lumalangoy, pinapalutang mo yung sarili mong gano'n, di ba? Ang hirap niyan. Nakakapagod yan. Tapos malamig pa yung tubig, grabe.
Prepare!
At the end of the 30 minutes, the instructors will jump in and attack the weak.
5 ka, sa gitna na kayo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time!
Wala ko yari.
If recruits don't have the energy or aggression to fight back, they could find themselves in deep trouble.
Grabe yung mga naiwan sa gitna, di ba 5 minutes lang sabi ka ni 5 seconds lang, di ba? Na kailangan nandoon na sila. Yung mga hindi agad nakapunta doon, lulunurin. Training nila yun kasi pwede talagang mangyari yan sa sa combat talaga, di ba? Galing, grabe. Nakakatakot, di ba? Yung isa doon sabi niya ayaw niya na di ba? Grabe.
They could find themselves in deep trouble.
Iyak na,
Oh my God! If recruits fail the first time, they are forced to redo this until the course director is satisfied. For the pro swimmers, this
Nako, tanggal ka na pag nagreklamo kang ganun, ayaw mo na, umiyak-iyak pa, no? Grabe, ang layo na layo na ng training nila no? Sumuko pa, sayang.
We have this drowning part for training for our recruits, for them to get prepared when they engage their enemies in the water. If someone is drowning them, they don't get panic and they know what to do.
Galing.
At ko, sa gitna na kayo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time!
Putik na yan, hindi ko pala tapos.
trouble.
Grabe lang talaga, no? Talagang ano, saludo talaga. Ilan lang masasabi ko, no? Saludo. Kasi yung training pa lang nila, talagang pinaghirapan talaga nila yan, no? Walang shortcut sa pagiging scout ranger. Talaga palang lahat sila dinaanan yan, no? Talagang lulunurin ka talaga yun na pag kasi pwedeng mangyari nga talaga yan sa totoong buhay talaga eh. Na magkaroon kayo ng laban ng kalaban na maglulunurin kayo sa tubig. Galing!
Yung sinapin ako ni CD, talagang mabigat siya, parang mawawalan na ako ng malay ka lang. Unti-unti na lang ako gusto na kasi.
The recruits survive amphibious training. But what lies ahead will test their nerves and risk their lives.
Ito na.
Become a Scout Ranger.
Oh
The
my
Scout Rangers are an
God!
elite strike unit on constant standby.
Nakita niyo yun? Training na bumaril tapos ang babarilin mo may tao. Tunay na tao na nakatayo doon. Na hindi ka pwedeng magkamali dahil pwede mo siyang mabaril. Grabe ang training ng Scout Ranger talaga.
To deploy against insurgent groups across the Philippines archipelago. June 7th, 2001. Muslim insurgents, the Abu Sayyaf, hold 3 civilian hostages deep in the jungle after kidnapping them from the Dos Palmos resort in Palawan a year before. After stalking them for days, Scout Rangers track the guerrillas' footprints through the night.
Galing, no?
By the next day, the Rangers creep within 30 meters of their targets. For the next 2 hours, they engage in intense firefight against 30 rebels in muddy and thick terrain. 4 enemies are left dead and 1 hostage rescued. Marksmanship is a key skill
Galing.
for a ranger.
Scout Ranger.
Today, these recruits need to prove they have it.
4, 1, ready!
Paunti na sila na paunti, grabe.
Fundamental understanding of positioning, aiming, breathing, and correct trigger pressing will be put to the test in 5 separate skills. Zeroing,
1 inch below the line of sight.
endurance firing, record firing, and the sneaker course. But it is the final exam that is the most nerve-wracking of all. A confidence test that can kill.
Oh my
Recruits
God.
are required to shoot 2 bags full of colored water at a distance of 25 meters using this M16A1 rifle with a 5.56 caliber round. First, they practice.
Practice muna, no?
Then
Doon
their
sa ano.
teammates hold the bags. At this range, a 5.56 round could kill. Hitting the thigh could rupture the femoral artery, one of the body's most important blood vessels. Rapid blood loss leading to death can occur in just 5 minutes, and the margin for error is slim.
Kailangan talaga diyan hindi ka magkamali, no? Kasi kapwa trainee mo yung ano, yung may hawak nung ano, yung target sa magkabilang gilid. Grabe, sobrang intense ng training ng ano, Scout Ranger talaga. Napakahusay talaga ng ano, training nila.
So kahit na perfect na ibang part ng fundamentals, pag nagkaroon ng error sa trigger, konting error lang, maaaring ang target hindi na siya tatamaan. Maaaring kakaliwa ang bala or kakanan.
This is more than just marksmanship. It's a test of trust.
Tama.
Pag kaibigan mo kasi, kakabahan ka na maaari mo siyang matamaan o hindi.
It's judgment time. One target down.
Nice. Hirap niyan, men.
Lucky for his friend,
Nice.
Recruit 22 passed and they both move one step closer to being a ranger.
Galing, grabe. Palakpakan natin yan, no? Napakahusay. Grabe, nakasalalay doon sa body mo, no? Sa ka-training mo yung buhay mo. Ako, nakakabilib talaga.
Next, the recruits begin the heliborne training phase. Scout Rangers can deploy quickly into conflict areas by air. Landing into hostile territory, a helicopter is a big target. These men need to get out as quickly and safely as possible to avoid the helicopter getting hit.
Bali, ang tinuturo ko sa kanila ay paano yung tumalon and then i-secure yung mga landing zone, paano nila i-secure din yung mga personnel during movement, loading and unloading ng personnel.
Mistakes here can cost lives, even training.
Napakahalaga yan, ma'am, na malaman nila kasi as a Scout Ranger, hindi mo na kailangan pang i-command.
First, recruits gear up for the quick deployment method.
Ito na yung mahirap na part talaga.
The helicopter can fly fast and low while the troops disperse.
Makibagay ka, makisama, makiramdam mga dito sa surrounding.
It's a risky 10-foot jump, and one mistake could result in broken bones.
10-foot jump. Putik na yan, tapos may dala ka. Ang hirap niyan, men. Hindi kasi pwede siyempre na baba talaga yung helicopter kasi pwedeng madisgrasya yung helicopter, di ba? Pwedeng umano yan sa sa ground, di ba? Galing, grabe.
Next, they have an even tougher challenge. Heli rappel.
Yung heli rappel ay ginagamit yan during infiltration na kung saan hindi kayang bumaba ng aircraft. Hindi kaya niyang bumaba ng sa ground, mag-touch sa ground, kaya kailangan magbaba yung tropa use of the rope.
Ayun. Sinabi ko kanina yun, di ba?
Tower earlier in training, but now they take it to new heights. They need to complete nerve-wracking drops from 50, 70, and finally 80 feet above the ground, with nothing to stop them but their hands.
80 feet on the... Grabe, ito na talaga, no? Siyempre nasa helicopter pa yun, umaanda ng helicopter. Grabe, nakakabilib na talaga yung Scout Ranger talaga, no? O sige, sa mga aspiring dyan, no? Ito po, no? Mag-isip-isip na po kayo, talagang gusto niyo pong tumuloy bilang Scout Ranger.
Ang nervous ay hindi natin it's inevitable. Talagang ganyan. Pag una, nervous pero i-control mo.
Recruits first tackle the 50-foot drop.
50-foot drop. Grabe, ang taas.
Kung tumalong ka ng isang beses, paulit-ulit mo nang hanapin. Dahil nagaganahan ka na at excited ka na.
One step further than 70 feet, the winds become harder to battle.
Training is located near the mountainous area, so tendencies for the wind to blow from all directions, making it harder for the pilots to control the aircraft.
Next, it's time for the big one. One mistake during this 80-foot drop could prove fatal.
80-foot drop, ang taas, men.
Recruit 20 experiences trouble. He's unable to control his descent.
Oh, la.
Quickly, an instructor hits the brake.
Tuloy-tuloy na ako kaya kung halimbawa walang biliman tapos nangyari din sa field. Kung hindi ka naka-brake, diretso ka talaga. May tendency na mabalian ka or mamatay.
Tama, no? Pwede talaga. Dire-diretso siya, no? Isipin mo, no? Dire-diretso kang ganun, walang break, hindi mo na ano yung sarili mo. Mamatay ka talaga pag ganun, grabe.
Tomorrow, the recruits will face their toughest challenge yet.
Grabe.
153
Week 9 of 24, 153 na lang sila.
Today is the beginning of Hell Week.
Hell Week?
A culmination of everything they've learned put to the test.
For the next 6 days, there will be no rest for them. We push the students to the edge, testing their stamina, confidence, psychological toughness. As the day goes by, the test will get tougher.
Hell Week talaga, ang ganda ng title, no? Hell Week talaga. Kumbaga, imperno talaga yung pagdadaanan nila na yan, no? Kailangan talaga matibay lahat sa kanila, no? At habang tumatagal, lalo pa raw humihirap yung training nila.
Fail one part, the recruits will be recycled to the next class or returned to their mother unit. First up is land navigation.
Land navigation is very important as a scout ranger. Scout rangers should never get lost in the jungle.
Tama.
If you get lost, you won't be able to accomplish your mission. You will jeopardize your team.
The stakes will be high in 3 months' time when these recruits face real enemies. They must prove they can lead the way. Each recruit is given a unique navigation route comprising of any 5 of these 24 targets. The chart contains a set of colors with different corresponding letters. They have to find their way point to point, but no one route is the same for any of these 153 recruits. They have 4 hours to complete the test, and the course could see them covering over 12 kilometers. If a recruit returns late or does not complete his answer sheet correctly, he will fail.
Grabe, no? Kaya pala po talaga magaling po sila sa ano, no? Magaling sila mag-track, no? Magaling sila maghanap ng kampo ng kalaban o ng ano. Doon po sa last reaction video po natin, no? Talaga po nahanap po nila yung ano, yung Navy SEAL, di ba, na ano, yung exercise nila na yun, no? Nahanap nila yung Navy SEAL dahil lang doon sa footprints at doon sa mga branches na ano na bali, no? Ang galing, no? Kaya pala ito po ang training talaga nila. Kailangan ma-perfect mo to, no? Yung maghanap ka ng ano doon sa lugar. Lalo't hindi ka pwede talaga maligaw sa jungle, kasi pag hindi ka naligaw ka sa jungle, mako-compromise po ang kanilang mission, no, sa totoong combat na po talaga. Grabe, ang galing talaga.
Recruit 8 has reached 3 of his 5 targets in under 2 hours.
It's 170 degrees and the distance is 1,100 meters from here. It's my 4th target.
Now on to his last destination.
Because I said there's a stake under the mango tree.
But the directions to this one aren't as straightforward.
Ito to, kung sindot yung bakod na yan.
Yan pwede rin sir.
Pag ganun, baba. There's a stake. Kumain ba kayo dito?
And he's not the only one. Time is ticking down. If they don't get back in the next hour, they will fail. And they're a long way from home. Recruits are battling to become elite Philippine Scout Rangers. It's Hell Week. And they're in the middle of their navigation exam. Time is running out for Recruit 8, while some have already made it to the finish line.
Galing ng iba, no? Uwi na.
But the mistakes are numerous.
Siguro hindi nila na kukuha yung basic ba na dapat gawin. Kung paano kumuha ng reference, kung paano mag-plot ng kompas sa mapa.
One has run into bad luck. Recruit 205 claims he has been the victim of theft. A cow has eaten his test paper.
Speculation niya yung baka, sir. Baka, walang baka, sir. Doon sa sir, may nakatali ko sa pangatong target, sir.
Bakit ang magkakain ng baka yung baka? Hindi naman na kinakain.
Kinain, sir. Yung poultry ko nga, sir. Kinain, may mga laway pa, sir.
Tignan mo nga ito kung tama talaga na, no? Freeze.
The instructors don't believe him. It's a nervous rate as they check out his store.
Sabi ko naman yung totoo. So, sa instructor na lang niya kung maniwala sa hindi, basta
They can't verify his story, but they will give him the benefit of the doubt. Recruit 205 is given another chance at the test.
Oh, okay.
But fail this time, and he will be out of the course.
Ayun lang. Pwede siya ulit mag-join, no? Pero tanggal na muna siya. Grabe, ang hirap talaga. Grabe. Ang hirap maging Scout Ranger talaga.
Back in the field, Recruit 8 needs some help.
Pero doon sila, dinaanan niyo. Sila poste. Sa ano, luto.
With just 50 minutes to go, this 5th and final station is done.
Hindi sir, bago magluto.
Recruit 8 heads back to the training school to meet his comrades. Recruit 205 returns from his second consecutive test, just in the nick of time. It's the moment of truth. But it's not good news.
Sa pag-umpisa pa lang, wala na.
Wala na.
Pangalawa, wala din.
Ano ba, zero?
Wala siya, wala talaga. Hindi talaga tumama.
Yun lang.
As a recycled recruit is certain that his journey to be a scout ranger is over.
Basta once na kamali ka sa unang target pa lang, kamali na talaga natin. Kaya doon ako talaga sumablay.
At the end of the navigation day, 20 recruits have failed.
20 ang hindi pumasa. Grabe, no? Blood, sweat, and tears. Sa isang mali lang, no? Isang lang. Tapos talaga na ang training mo, no? Sa dami-dami ng naranasan mong hirap. Ganun-ganun lang. Kaya po talaga, no? Napakahirap po talaga pumasok ng Scout Ranger, no? Kailangan lahat talaga maipasa mo. Grabe.
For Recruit 35, it's a cruel end of the road.
Talagang masakit talaga. Hindi ko akalain na sa tagal namin na training. Tapos yung pinag-iingat-ingatan mo na training mo, para isang pagkakamali mo lang, biglang nawala lahat. Nagunaw lahat.
Wala na, uwi na. Ganun talaga eh. Matira-matibay talaga dyan.
The night is not over for those who remain. The recruits are not allowed to rest. They're kept up all night practicing martial arts. This is not designed to make them experts at fist fighting, but to wear them down. 7 a.m. Another grueling day of testing begins. It's the water confidence exam. Recruits will complete the aptly named slide for luck. But first, they need to successfully swim across this lake in uniform and combat boots, weighing down the bottom. Recruit 181 struggled with the earlier swimming tests. But this one is harder. The weaker swimmers panic.
Nasa gitna ako ng tubig, halos marami akong nainom na tubig na pumasok sa bunganga ko. Talagang pilit ko pa rin nilulutang yung sarili ko sa taas para makakuha ng hangin. Akala ko hindi ko may susurvive yung langoy.
It's Recruit 181's turn.
Ang hirap din kasi niya naka-combat shoes kayo, no? Lumalangoy ka naka-combat shoes. Ayan, buddy. Sige lang.
Despite teammates and instructors' support.
Nako, ano nangyari?
It's not his day. Recruit 181 will be recycled with 16 others who have failed to swim.
Sayang naman.
Alam ko talaga na hindi talaga ko papasadan. Wala na talagang lakas kasi sinabi ko na ilang araw na kami walang tulog. Pero before mag-open yung next class, practice muna ako ng langoy.
But his fellow failed comrades don't take the news so well.
Ranger Ines, bakit nag-iyak ka? So itong class na to, kasi maski anong pilitin natin, hindi man rin kayo pala makakapasa. Next class kayo mag-join.
Tama.
Yes. So magbalot ng mga gamit nyo. Yes. Okay.
Grabe, no?
Mga rino.
At least, di ba, pwede pa rin silang mag-join sa susunod na training. Di ba? Yun ang maganda doon. At least, naranasan na nila, no? Kung saan sila ngayon mahina, yun ang pag-practicein nila na practicein ngayon sa labas. Di ba? Para pag nagkaroon na ulit sila ng pagkakataon na makapag-train, di ba? Lalakas na sila doon sa kung saan sila mahina, di ba? At least na-experience nila yan.
Day 4 of Hell Week. 116 recruits remain in the Philippine Scout Ranger training
sila, grabe.
Over 40% of the class have dropped out or failed in the last 2 months.
Pagod ko yan. Parang yung katawan mo ibibigay. Kailangan mong palakasin mo yung isip mo. Stamina para mag-survive.
And with 2 more days of Hell Week, followed by a real operation against real insurgents, the road ahead is long.
Ayun na.
Ayos ko yung mag-ina ko. Pag inakuha na ko,
ko. Sana na maintindihan nila ang trabaho ko. Malakas pa rin ako. Kaya ko to survive.
Tama, palag-palag lang, buddy.
4 a.m., recruits have to complete a 24-kilometer rucksack march. They haven't slept in over 100 hours.
Medyo pagod pa ang katawan pero kakayanin. Para sa mga mahal sa buhay, isipin na lang na madali na makita yung
Even worse, they will have to carry 35 kilograms of gear on their backs.
Hirap talaga, grabe.
They march as a team, but it's an individual assessment.
Biruin mo, no? 100 hours na kayong walang tulog, tapos ganyan pa yung training nyo, ang bigat pa ng dala nyo. Napakatindi talaga.
For Recruit 8, it's as much a mental battle as physical pain.
Kailangan matapos ko. Hindi. Bakot. Sayang nga mga pinaghirapan namin sa 2 buwan.
Tama. Kailangan talaga malakas din yung mental, ano mo dyan mental capacity mo dyan pati physical, di ba? Lahat. Kailangan lalabanan mo lahat kasi nga, yung nga 2 months na nga sila nagtitraining, di ba? Pagka sumuko ka pa dyan, masasayang yung 2 months na pinaghirapan mo na yon. Grabe.
There's less than 2 hours left, but the strain of 35 kilograms is showing.
Okay, nagbaba na kayo kasi ng raksak.
Buwabaw na tong jungle pack namin sa lugar namin. Sakit na rin sa baha. Pero malayo pa ang nalakarin namin.
Grabe. Talaga. Saludo sa mga nagtitraining na to.
The march comes to a halt. These exhausted recruits don't know what's coming next. It has all been a ruse.
Ala, tuto ka na.
For the most feared test yet, escape and evasion is about to start.
Escape and evasion is an exercise wherein students get a chance to feel what it's like being caught by the enemy.
Recruits will be held captive and treated as prisoners of war. It's a reality that could happen in just 3 months. They go into real battle.
Grabe, ito lang talaga, bilib na ako talaga sa training ng Scout Ranger, no? Talagang lahat ng mga posibilidad na pwedeng mangyari sa tunay na combat o tunay na buhay sa kanilang mga mission, di ba? Talagang itinitraining sa kanila. Pwede nga naman talaga mangyari to, di ba, na mahuli sila ng kalaban, di ba? Kaya ito na nga tinitraining na sila dito sa senaryo na to, no? Ang galing, grabe, sobrang tindi talaga.
Kasama ko rin ang palit. Mga commander! Dali ang mga yan!
Robbed of their vision, their minds are positioned to maximize pain.
Okay! Kayo, wag kayo mo. Bigan. Bigan!
Commander, huwag mo na ilahin. Yung galit na
We don't do this to traumatize our recruits. We do this to remind them never get caught by the enemy. Because the enemy will show no mercy on them, and eventually they'll be killed.
Scout Ranger recruits have endured 9 weeks of physical hell, but nothing could have prepared them for this, escape and evasion. For the next 17 hours, recruits will be subjected to various forms of torture. The aim is to make them fear capture.
Experience ko naman sa Eko-Eko ay biglaan, nakakagulat na di mo talaga maasahan na mangyari habang nakadapa kami dun sa Parang nararamdaman ko na yung mangyayari sa katawan ko. Parang alam ko na dito talaga nahihirapan ako.
Mamatay ka na lang kaysa mahuli ka pa. Pero talaga sumasagi sa isip mo na kailangan ko talagang tumakbo. Wala na natin, parang papatay na kayo eh. Pero pag doon pa lang rin nararanasan mo ng sakit, hindi ka na makapag-isip, hindi ka makasurvive doon.
For Recruit 2, it's a brutal lesson in survival.
I think your loyalty to your country is really being tested. You will realize, or you will give information to the enemy once you experience pain.
Lahat ng posibleng pwedeng gawin sa'yo ng kalaban, talagang ginagawa nila dito sa training na to, no? Para nga naman tumibay nga naman yung pagka-patriotic nila, no? Sa ating bansa, na talagang sila, matindi yung nila, yung kapasidad ng utak nila na lumaban, di ba? Kasi nga pwede nga talaga mangyari to sa tunay na buhay, yung mga training nila na to. At syempre kailangan talaga malakas ang loob nila dito kasi nga isa po silang scout ranger eh. Ang pinapasok nila dito bilang scout ranger, sila ang magtatanggol sa bansa natin, di ba? Kung sakasakali magkaroon ng gera o kung saan man sila i-assign ng ating gobyerno, no? Kaya talagang solid po talaga ang training ng scout ranger, no? Talagang patitibayin niya yung physical at mental mental state mo. Grabe.
It's been 12 hours since the recruits were captured. What happens during this time is top secret.
May mga pala talaga na hindi pwedeng ipakita, no? Talagang top secret daw talaga. Siyempre nga naman pag nalaman nga naman ng na yan ng iba, 'di ba? Lalo ng mga kalaban, 'di ba? Ganyan pala training niyo. Ito na yung gagawin namin ngayon sa inyo. Ito na. Kasi hindi nga naman pwedeng ibulgar lahat ng nasa training, 'di ba? Actually, hindi pa talaga 'to lahat-lahat, 'di ba?
Really one of the worst experience, if not the worst experience of my life.
Recruits have been through 4 months of punishing training.
4 months
but
na?
it's not over yet. Recruits 2 and 3 are longtime friends. They've had the rare experience of going through all their military training together.
The pressure here is very heavy. We come from different units, so from the start we found it very hard to adjust.
Your patience is being tested until you explode, until you cannot carry yourself anymore. As classmates, we really do our best in order to help each other to maintain our strength and to graduate eventually someday.
For the months to come, I think that my dependency on him will continue. I rely on him very much, and if ever he will not be around, it would really affect me personally.
Tonight, these two will lead the final platoon run, a test of teamwork and stamina. Next time they carry these 18-kilogram packs, it will be for their final test mission, a real battle. But some have additional burdens, like this MG60 machine gun.
Oh man,
20 kilos yung dala ko. Abot po ito ng 2 kilo po ito.
20 kilos?
They have just 2.5 hours to complete a 17-kilometer circuit in the dark.
So, ang reason na bakit kinakandak ang platoon run sa gabi, yung kagamitan ng na hindi kaya pasukin ng mga military vehicle, yung mga area, so kailangan na double time.
Mano-mano, bubuhati mo yun?
Will be staggered 10-minute intervals, one after another. As a team assessment, they must leave no one behind. If they do, every member of the platoon might fail the course.
So, mapapag down pa lang siya, tutulungan na. Hindi yung kung saan siya back down, doon na siya i-assist.
They draw grass to see which platoon will go first. And they're off.
Alas 5 ng hapon. Konting-konting na lang, makakapasa na kayo bilang scout ranger, no? Pagtagaan nyo na yan. Ako, huwag na kayo sumuko.
60 minutes into the run. So far, so good.
25 minutes.
The first platoon arrives at the turning point, but some begin to slow down.
Move! Okay, just. Pero kakayanin natin to.
Palag-palag, kaya yan.
Kaya pa. Attitude. Ano po, medyo napagod kaya kinuha ko yung balina para makarigado po.
Kailangan talaga yan, tulungan kayo eh, no?
The platoons only have 30 minutes left to hit the finish line. Team spirit is vital in completing the run, and Recruit 3 has taken on additional weight.
Yung iba sa amin, pagod na yung mga kamay. Kaya pinapagod nila yung mga request sa iba. Talitan lang, swapping. Mapapansin nyo, pinapauna namin yung mga mahihina. Kasi kung hindi namin paunahin yung mga mahihina, hindi sila makakahabol pag nauli sila.
Tama.
So, kailangan mauna sila.
Nice. Galing ang tulungan talaga yan. Last ano na yan eh.
Ayan! Sintong yan! Lalakas! Kaya yan! Kaya! 46! Sabi doon! 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3!
Walang tubig-tubig yan, no? Grabe, hirap yan.
The team make it in time.
We feel happy because we did it properly and we get the time we passed.
Yes.
It's a defining moment for Recruit 3.
For me, as the platoon leader of 2nd Platoon, I think it's one of the most fulfilling event in my entire training. And this is also a test for our platoon mates, for the integrity of our platoon. And as you can see, some of us were shouting because this is the last night that we will be carrying those heavy loads.
Yes!
It's a moment to celebrate.
May kilabutan ako.
They need to prove they have the combat skills to match.
Ayun na.
Soon, the recruits will face the ultimate challenge. A real test mission. Real enemies, real conflict. One they might not return from.
Oh my God.
Test mission is a must for the members in order for them to graduate. That differentiates the ranger training from all other military training.
Grabe, real combat to, men. Pwede kang mamatay dito. Grabe naman, no? Ito na yung final test talaga ng pagiging scout ranger. Hindi na to drill, hindi na to training, tunay na to. Tunay na may kalaban na talaga. Ang lupit, men, grabe. Sobrang tindi ng training ng ano, no? Scout Ranger, no? Isipin mo kung halimbawang napass mo lahat yan, nalabasan mo lahat. Tapos tong huling-huli, no? Hindi ka nakasurvive dito. Pwede ka pang mamatay dahil totoong kalaban na yung makakasagupa mo. Grabe. Ang tindi.
They could face the Abu Sayyaf, the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, and the New People's Army. Battle-hardened insurgents.
Oh my God.
But Recruit 3 is not daunted.
Every mission given to us, we will accomplish them with great achievement. And here in Scout Ranger Training School, they're not just training soldiers to become rangers, but rangers to become heroes.
As Recruit 3 and his class head into real battle to gain membership into this elite club, the class ahead has just returned from their test mission.
I have the honor to present to you 2 Army officers, 85 Army enlisted personnel, and 2 police non-commissioned officers who have satisfactorily completed all the requirements of Scout Ranger course.
These 89 recruits have endured one of the longest test missions in training history.
We spent 2 months in the Eastern Mindanao Command. 5 personnel, Army personnel have abducted and we are tasked to rescue them.
But one recruit didn't make it back.
Accept also the soul of the class member who offered the ultimate sacrifice for peace.
Sobrang lungkot. Tapos, yung tao pa na halos nagsasabi ng problema, tapos yung taong pwede mo rin masabihan ng problema, basta masakit din sa akin kasi halos naging parang kapatid ko na rin siya.
One man died trying to earn this badge.
Grabe, no. Saludo, no? Saludo doon sa namatay, no? At least namatay siya na, ano, na lumalaban, no? Itong, ano, nakakilabot, no? Sayang din, pero hero na siya sa atin sa bansang Pilipinas, no? Wala talaga. Wala akong masabi dito sa training ng pagiging Scout Ranger, no? Kasi yung final training talaga nila, tunay na po talagang pong combat yun, no? Grabe.
But for those in this class that survived,
by virtue of the authority vested in me as the commander of 1st Scout Ranger Regiment,
these 8 months of hardship have earned them the
August
tab.
2013, I hereby declare the students of Scout Ranger course graduates effective today. Congratulations.
Grabe. Nice.
They now have the right to call themselves Scout Rangers.
We who are happy and free.
Kinikilabutan ako, grabe.
Birds and feather we gather together. Scout Rangers of fortune are we.
Ayun po, no, ating po napanood ang napakagandang documentary po na to, no, sa pagtitraining po bilang isang Scout Ranger, no. Marami po tayong natutunan po dito, no, na hindi po talaga madali na makapasok bilang Scout Ranger. Napakagaling po ng training po nila. At yun nga po, no, yung nakakagulat po dito, no, sa dami-dami po ng magti-training na pumapasok po ng training, marami po talaga nalalagas dahil po hindi po kinakaya yung training. At sa bandang huli po, no, yung final training po nila na actually hindi na po talaga training yun, mission na po talaga yun yung huli. No, talagang magkakaroon sila ng real combat. At ayun na nga sa pinakita po kanina, no, may isa pong namatay doon na talaga may iniligtas po sila, no, may na-abduct na ano, tapos nailigtas nila. Pero po may isa pong nasawi sa kanila. Saludo po sa lahat po na nagtitraining bilang Scout Ranger at saludo po sa mga nakapasa at sa mga hindi po nakapasa, mag-training na lang po kayo ulit, pwede naman po palang bumalik sa training. At sa lahat po ng Scout Ranger, lahat po ng Army, lahat po ng mga kasundaluhan natin sa Pilipinas, malaking saludo po sa inyong lahat. Snappy salute po sa inyong lahat dahil po talaga po hindi po biro ang inyong pinagdadaanan sa training pa lang makapasok po sa ating kasundaluhan, no. Sa lahat po, hindi lang po sa Scout Ranger, sa lahat po sa Navy, sa lahat po sa Air Force, lahat po ng kasunduluhan, saludo po sa inyong lahat. Muli po, ako po si Papa Jem. See you all sa aking next reaction video. Huwag niyo po sana kalilimutan na mag-subscribe sa aking channel para po ma-update po kayo kapag naglabas po tayo ng ganitong mga video. Ingat po kayong lahat. God bless and peace out. Bye.